Let's say you get 100 views on a video that you spent over 24 hours creating.
But then on the other hand, you go to YouTube and you see creators blowing up overnight with content that they filmed in an afternoon.
I want to explain what is actually happening here. Most creators think their channel is dying because they just aren't good enough. But the truth is way simpler. But first up, the advice that is secretly killing your YouTube channel. Dun dun dun.
Back to you, Kayla.
What is actually killing your channel is advice that you are being given. Now, when it comes to the internet, there is a lot of advice surrounding YouTube. Now, this information can be helpful, but the problem here is most creators are following a rule book from 2022 and not this current year. I mean, starting off in 2022, search traffic heavily mattered. You could rank, you could sit there and just keep ranking in views. And then you got tutorials that were dominating because people just kept searching up questions on YouTube. And consistency meant upload more, and you're uploading 3 to 4 videos a week, and that is how you're gonna blow up. And most importantly, YouTube used to not sort creators into buckets. So with that being said, now the landscape has completely flipped. So first up, search traffic, it has collapsed. People don't come to YouTube to search how-to anymore. But why is that? Well, I found that people like to ask AI questions. Well, this year, AI has been on the rise, and it's been bigger than ever, and it just constantly keeps growing at a rate where it's kind of scary. Robots are going to take over, ? But we'll see. But when people have a question on how to do something like how to make a peppermint mocha, how to make a chai latte, I love these drinks. But a lot of the time, it's easier to just open up something that is free like ChatGPT and search that question, and it instantly gives you exactly what you are looking for. So with this being said, if your content that you are creating for YouTube depends on search, you might turn out to be a little bit more invisible because the landscape is changing. And then next up, information is not as powerful anymore because retention is going to be where it's at. Because YouTube's main goal is to get people to come onto their platform and then stay as long as possible. So they're not really looking at what you're teaching, they just want to know that you're getting people to come to their platform and to stay on their platform. The algorithm is not going to reward you if you're an expert in philosophy, mathematics, psychology. It's going to reward you based on your watch impression. Now, I'm not saying that you should not have valuable content, you should not deliver your expertise. You just need to make sure you're delivering it in a way that keeps people watching. Upload frequency is also going to be a thing that is becoming a little less relevant. You could be posting a bunch of videos. You could be posting every single day of the week, but none of this matters if your videos aren't getting people to keep watching. A creator that posts once a week with a 60% retention rate is going to do a whole lot better than a creator that is posting every single day of the week, but their retention rate is only 30%. Another change is the algorithm no longer treats your videos equally. So YouTube is going to pre-categorize your channel, and it's going to test you. It's going to test you with a tiny pocket of viewers. And then it is going to expand this distribution to more viewers if this watch behavior matches a specific audience cluster. So when creators follow this old advice, just keep uploading, post tutorials, focus on your search, these tips become less relevant because YouTube is changing. So outdated advice, be wary of it. Now there is some advice that can be a little bit more so evergreen, but I'm just saying, be wary. Now next up, when you spend a lot of time filming a video and editing a video, you maybe spend even more than a day doing this and you don't get a lot of views. Well, one thing that is an issue is you are competing against huge channels. Mr. Beast. When your videos enter the recommended feed, you are competing against the biggest creators there are. And creators with these millions of subscribers already have that impressive click-through rate. There's a reason that they're so big. And then they also have teams of editors that understand analytics and watch time and what gets people to watch more, and thumbnails that are going to earn clicks and titles that are optimized. So YouTube isn't really comparing effort, but let's say there's a video that took half the time to make and half the money and budget than Mr. Beast's video took to make. But these two videos could get the same amount of views. So with that being said, you don't need $5 billion to create a good YouTube video like Mr. Beast, because YouTube is not comparing effort, it is comparing performance at the end of the day. Somebody could sit down right here talking in front of a camera like I am, and that video could get 1 million views. But on the other hand, a creator could spend millions of dollars on a video and still get 1 million views. But it's so hard because when you're uploading videos, you're putting out a thumbnail, you're putting out a video concept that has to compete with these huge creators, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, how do I make my thumbnail more compelling than Mr. Beast? Because he's already got that trust with his audience, he's got amazing watch time, YouTube is going to keep pushing his videos. But how do I get people to click on my videos before they click on his. And this is just no wonder why beginners feel invisible, because they're fighting a huge battle with no sword, just their bare hands. So let's talk about the algorithm's kind of secret experiment on smaller creators. And here's the part that most creators don't see. YouTube does not test every video of yours equally. It runs controlled experiments on your channel. Now, what exactly does this look like specifically? Well, first up, you upload a video, any video, and YouTube gives it 200 to, let's say, 600 impressions. That is just a small group that YouTube is testing your video with. And then the second thing that YouTube is going to look at once they give this video to a few hundred viewers, they're going to look at the click-through rate. They're going to see if people saw your video compared to these bigger creators. They're going to look at your video, see if people actually clicked on it once they saw it. And if that click-through rate is decent, then YouTube is going to expand the sample. It's going to suddenly jump to maybe 2,000 to even 5,000 impressions. And then the third step here is if the viewers in this group or in the new group, if they don't behave consistently, then the test is going to drop. So your impressions could freeze and your views could stop. And then YouTube's like, okay, what is going wrong here? They're going to step away and they're going to analyze your viewer graph. And then it's going to see, how are these newer viewers behaving on this channel? Are they engaging? Are they sharing? Are they commenting? Are they watching the video all the way through? And then they're also going to see what this viewer does after watching your video. And then let's say some weeks go by and they return back for test number 2. Now, you didn't do anything wrong here, but YouTube is just cycling through experiments. They're doing their thing. The algorithm is working. Because YouTube's goal, again, is they want people to stay on their platform. But here is the catch that is going to trap these smaller creators. If every time YouTube runs a test on you and then you decide to post in a different niche, then this experiment is going to reset. And that just means the algorithm cannot identify your audience. It can't place your content in the right category. It cannot group you with similar creators and content. It can't build momentum for you, so you're just stuck in this no view zone. And I've been here. And it's not that you're failing, it's just YouTube cannot quite figure out who your videos are even for. So creators usually sit here then at this point and they think to themselves, well, I'm not good at YouTube. I'm not talented enough. But usually the truth is the algorithm is running tests, but you, maybe, potentially, as a creator, you're interrupting these tests. And this no view zone is brutal because a lot of creators are going to just quit here. They're going to say, okay, YouTube is not for me, I'm done. But I want to tell you something. Silence is not necessarily failure. Silence on your channel is really just the algorithm waiting for more data. So this is going to bring me into my master plan. But I want to talk about the 3 pillars that are going to actually help you grow as a smaller creator. Because YouTube, they're running tests on your channel. They are in favor of you as a smaller creator. They don't want you to fail because YouTube wants their platform to ultimately work. And if your videos are getting people to watch, then YouTube's like, hey, this person's legit. So to survive longer in this landscape, you're going to need 3 things. So these are going to be our 3 pillars. First up, pillar 1, you need a predictable audience. YouTube is going to promote channels that consistently serve to a specific audience. So not necessarily a general niche, but a specific viewer. And if the algorithm cannot predict who your content is for, then they're going to stop promoting you consistently. Pillar number 2 is going to be delivering value consistently. Every video that you deliver should be within the same category of value. So this could be entertainment, education, or inspiration, but you need to pick just one and stick with it. Because if you're trying to jump all over the place, this is going to confuse the algorithm and it's going to reset it, and then you're back at square one. But if you're consistent and stay within the same category of value, the algorithm is going to keep doing its thing for you. Now, pillar number 3 is going to be your retention optimization. Now, let me tell you something. People need to click on your video, but your retention needs to be better than your clicks. Because the goal isn't just to get somebody to click on your video, it is more so to get people to watch your video. Getting clicks is one thing, but keeping these viewers on YouTube longer than your competitors, then that is what is going to set you apart. And this is something that personally I struggle with. I feel like I'm good at getting a pretty decent click-through rate, but when it comes to retention rates, it can sometimes drop. So what I've been doing recently is I've been practicing filming my videos. A lot of the time, I'll sit down and film my videos twice because I want to make sure that my delivery is good. And I find that my delivery can be better the second time through. So when it comes to getting a click-through rate, all you need is just a thumbnail that is decent, a title that is a little bit intriguing, that sparks some curiosity, so people are like, I wonder what she's going to talk about. And then you need a hook that is strong enough to promise something later on in the video. And then you need pacing that is tight enough to make sure that your viewers do not drop off early. So you don't need perfection, you just need some competence. And then YouTube is going to see this creator is keeping people on the platform, keep promoting their videos. And that is how you can escape the curse of silence on YouTube. Let's talk about how can we escape within the next, let's say, 20 to 30 videos. So you need to do 3 things with our 3 pillars. So first off, pick one audience, and then you need to pick one problem that your audience is trying to solve. So for me, for an example, my channel has to do with YouTube and growing on YouTube. So my specific audience that I've chosen are people that are just interested in YouTube, and then that specific problem that I want to solve is helping people grow their channels on YouTube. But then what you need to do is you need to create the next 20 to 30 videos, and these videos all need to have a similar theme. They need to target the same viewer, they need to promise and deliver consistent value, and these videos are retention optimized. So when you do this, the algorithm is going to stop treating you like a random experiment that keeps resetting every few posts. It is going to treat you like a reliable engagement source that keeps viewers on its platform, which is its main goal. So at this point, you're going to have 2 choices. You can do all of this with trial and error, or you can learn from somebody that has been growing YouTube businesses for over 10 years now, which is going to be my brother Matt, and he has helped tons of other people with their YouTube channels as well. Now, he does have a program, and if you're interested in it, make sure to check out the link in my description to schedule a phone call, or you could check out this video right here to see a free training on this. Now, always remember, you guys have a friend in the YouTube game, and smaller creators, we've got each other's backs. Bye. Peace.